So we are Mindflow, so we are a no-code SWAR for security, orchestration, automation, response. Tac. And so I'm Paul Arthur, I'm the co-founder and CEO. This is Fabrice, that is the co-founder and CTO. He has 25 years of experience in the industry. He, for example, secure your banking chips in your credit card. And myself, for the fun story, I used no-code at 12 years old, starting my first business with it. So we have a team right now of 25 people. They are passionate to create and being driven to create the best no-code orchestration and automation product right now. So we had €1 million pre-seed. We were incorporated 2 years ago, and we won many prizes. We were, for instance, most promising tech startup by Rothschild & Co. So as of today, if you see the paradigm of cybersecurity, you have like lots of threats. A SOC team, it's 11,000 alerts a day, and 50% of the alerts are really checked, and you don't have enough people. 1 million people are, 1 million jobs are open, are unfilled, and you have a crazy level of churn, and so it creates inevitable incidents. So you need automation to make it work for cybersecurity. The thing is, if you look at the survey of the industry, the second biggest problem, one of the main problems, it's lack of orchestration and automation. Years after years after years after years, it's the same problem. It was not solved. And in 23, now there is Mindflow. And what we believe is that no-code automation will be a game changer for the cybersecurity industry. So if you look at our competitor right now, you have like on the left the category of automation that is generalist, and on my right you have the SWAR industry done, and the SWARs that are mainly American basically does not work. It's tools that does not scale. They do not deliver the value they promise. You have few or little or no automation that are created after 1 year in the company they are put in, and they do not scale within the company. They stay within the security team. And there is an emerging category that is no-code SWAR with time, stock, and shuffle. And with Mindflow, we are pushing the level one step further. We are like bringing a complete no-code experience for the cybersecurity analyst. So how does it work? You can see on the right, basically you will create diagramming to automate and orchestrate complex operations that you have on a day-to-day basis. And 2/3 of analysts believe that 50% of their daily jobs can be automated with Mindflow. This is huge. So what do you automate completely? If you want to make it work, it's not only the cybersecurity that needs to stay in its silo, it's also when you have an offboarding of a user or a threat, it works always across silo, and it's what we call fusion, that brings IT, cybersecurity, and business at the same level to do complex remediation. And so to make it work, basically what we do is that we integrate fully the tech ecosystem. Fully, that means that we are the most, as of today, and it's one of our competitive advantage, we are the most integrated platform that exists, tech platform, cybersecurity, or any other industry. And what you will see on left, basically you can pick up every action that you have within the tool set of your ecosystem to build up your complex automation. Because of this versatility, we can address scale up to large enterprise towards different use cases and different maturity of stack. And the idea is that we will scale with the value we create. So we are doing a SaaS business model. We try to generate a 10x return on investment after 6 months with our product, and we learn and expand, and the more automation you create, the more the customer will pay and the more the value we will get. We officialized beginning of this year. We have a pipe of 50 prospects that are highly interested. We will generate for Q1 300K annual recurring revenue. We are on a path to 1 million and much more later on. So we are looking for a 5 million euro round to build a sales rockstar team, to scale our flagship product, and to make marketing strive and make some noise. Thank you. This is Mindflow, and we are building a cybersecurity decacorn.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you for presenting Mindflow. We are going to see if the members of the jury have any question.
What does it mean, spin-off from Thales?
Spin-off from Thales. So basically, there was a call for innovative project, and I pushed the idea of Mindflow. And so I started Mindflow within Thales for 3 months. And after 3 months, we went out on our own. And Thales put a little money into Mindflow and has less than 4% of equity into our business.
And the know-how is within the company?
Yeah, completely, fully. I
have 3 questions in one. So, the platform, is it truly multi-tenant? Is it multi-tier? In other words, could a service provider deliver a service to multiple customers at once from the same console?
So we can work with a managed service security provider to scale their operation for multiple clients. And this is the same system we build, if it's a question, within company, that meaning like we have a strong role-based access control management where you can work across different teams without showing exactly the automation you will use or the credential you will use.
And can a customer do kind of a self-provisioning from your website?
Not yet, but it will be the case. We will launch our community edition this year, so everyone will be able to use and test Mindflow from a click directly from the website, yes. And we are launching on some of the public cloud marketplace also.
Last question, sorry. When you say in your business options, you say 60 workflows, are those workflows built in by Mindflow, or are we talking about 60 workflows designed by the customer?
By the customer. So as of today, we have a library of 100 plus templates, but each template needs to be adapted towards your maturity, towards the processes you already have in place, your tooling you have in place. So you will bring the templates to not start from the white paper. Basically, when we start with our clients, they have already so many use cases that they see they want to automate directly, so they personalize for themselves the use cases. So this is 60 workflows that they will create. But to give you an idea, right now, after 6 months, starting back in the time with our proof of success first customers, they create around 15 to 20 workflows after 6 months. And it represents like 1 to 2 FTE, depending how you count, of saving, of impact that you can do. Like they need their people, so basically they just reach more impact within their team.
I understand that your solution is going to be or should be used by all cybersecurity and IT specialists, but I suppose there should be a sort of maturity in the organization itself. So that's one. And if it are large companies or corporates?
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's clear if you have no one in-house to manage and you have no tooling that are in-house, you will do nothing with our platform. So you need tools that are already, and vendors that are already there to sublimate them. But we do work with a scale-up of 200 people that, for example, they will manage with us the access review, access control, onboarding, offboarding of their user directly on Google Workspace. It's already a lot for them, so it enables them to scale and put automation in their culture from day one. Then for the big company, they have so many inefficiencies to treat within their silo, so the security first, and then to work hand in hand with the infrastructure people or the IT people.
And are you already outside of France active or not?
We will be, so I hope it's still Europe in my heart, but we will be in London at an event tomorrow, and so we started to go international, and it's one of our focus right now also to start to have touch point. We have touch point with some international companies that came to us, but right now we have also a pipe that is mainly French companies to work with.
One question. Most of the big CM solution like Splunk or now Chronicle, they are buying or having his own SOAR in order to, to have the end-to-end solution. How you are going to compete with that specifically? Because at the end, you see a very good integration, low code, to very good factors. But how you see in the future? Because we see, moving forward, all of those companies and having the complete end-to-end, and I don't see that you have that end-to-end.
Me, I don't believe in end-to-end at all, because you need to see cybersecurity as a best of breed and stop seeing it as a one platform made by the Americans. The thing is that when you deep dive, nothing is working. It's not because they bought a company that it's working within their ecosystem. And when you look at the SOAR industry right now, there are so little automation that goes out of this coupled tool that will work only with cybersecurity team, and right now when we look, it's not even low code. It's one developers that will develop the automation for the whole team that is creating a bottleneck. So the intelligence of the operation does not come from everyone. What we do us is that we give back power to any operational people to handle what they do day to day and make them save time. This is not what they are doing the other SWARs. They were not doing for years. We are really not scared of them. And it's kind of funny because while now what we do, it happened, we have many discussions right now, they come with a bundle with putting the case management inside their tooling. And so since orchestration and automation does not work, does not scale, we use the case management of the so-called SOAR CM XDR platform, and we do orchestration and automation with Mindflow.
And the second question is how you scale, especially when you have a complex workflows that you have to perform several analyses. Normally it's there where you have the bottleneck for, to processing automatically all the alerts. So how you are able to control the different actions, ensuring that there's not going to be any latency or any problem there. That is one of the biggest issues that we found, at least in my side, when we implement a security operation orchestration system.
So yes, some of the big platforms, you cannot scale them to have many alerts. We build our system based on the last technology, meaning like we can handle 1,000 of alerts at the same time. Everything will be working through. We have a system to have an analytics on what went through, what went good and wrong, so you can carry and come back within the analytics and check everything that happened. And since it's easy to create workflow, at many points also you can make human touch. It's important sometimes, so you can put human touch within your teams, within your Slack, and so on and so forth to keep a hand on the automation you create for your team.
Thank you.
Thanks. Practical question. You had a sheet with fusion of all data. Should the data be structured or not?
No. So Mindflow, if you do the parallel in the IT world, work as a ETL or reverse ETL. So you can keep the data wherever it needs to be kept, or we believe it should stay nowadays on the modern infrastructure. It can stay within the product, within the SaaS that you have in your stack. But what you need to do is you need to be able as fast as possible to take away the data, to enrich it, and to put it somewhere when it's needed.
Okay, so there is some intelligence to get the raw data and check if it's a high priority or low.
So it's what you will build within your system. So every tool, when you put an IP on VirusTotal, the API of VirusTotal will give you a score of this data. And if you want to score it better, you can take another tool, enrich the two together, and create a function that will give you the risk or not of the data. And it's basically the job of the analyst that is doing manually day to day by copying and pasting. You will build that on Mindflow once, and then it will be automatic.
It sounds a bit structured because we get a lot of intel via social media, for instance.
Yeah.
Hacker community just sends our security professionals a DM with look at this CVE. It's a high priority.
Yeah.
So can it take that out as well? That information that one is a high priority.
So now, since there is AI everywhere, it's kind of it should be easy. What I believe we can look after on paper, but to create a workflow that will analyze the sentiment analysis of the message, some keywording, is there a high risk or not, and you can create a flow of enrichment and say this is top priority.
Thanks.
Okay, there is no more questions. So thank you, Paul, Arthur, for
Thank
your
you very much.
presentation.